introduce Chris Mitchum so I can stand here and hold the sign before it falls down again. And Chris is going to tell us how the campaign is going. Chris is going to tell us how the campaign is going and what's going on. So please give Chris a hand. Hey, Chris!
Thank you, Ann. I'll take off my sunglasses so the Democrats can get my good side. I want to thank Ann for putting this together and for all of you for being here. This is absolutely terrific. So thank you, everyone. The campaign is going great. We have started some fundraising. As a matter of fact, I received a call from somebody out of Brooksville, Florida, right after the primary. He said, I just looked up on this radar. The guy's a lawyer out of Brooksville. I went down and did an event in Brooksville, Florida for my campaign on the 22nd of June. Tom Kershaw of the Hampshire House in Boston. Hampshire House is where Cheers is filmed. He's a heavy Republican donor. I'm doing an event at the Hampshire House in Boston on September 23rd. So this race is starting to get some national attention. It needs a national fundraiser. When Lois Capps first took office, our national debt was a little over $5 trillion. Now, to give you an idea what a trillion is, a trillion seconds is 32,000 years. That's how big this number is. 12 years later, in 2008, after 8 years of a Bush presidency, we were $8 trillion plus in debt. And the Obama campaign ragged on the Bush campaign, or the Bush presidency, that our grandchildren are going to have to carry this debt on their shoulders. Just 6 years after Obama took office, with Lois Capps' support, we've added nearly $10 trillion more to our debt, almost $18 trillion. It's off the burden of our grandchildren now, it's on the shoulders of our children. This country is losing the American dream. The survey was done about 2 months ago looking at the 2010 census. And people who had declared themselves in the middle class in 2010, 20% of those now feel that they're no longer in the middle class. You know, when the Pilgrims first came to the United States, the very first one who set foot in America at Plymouth Rock was not looking for government help. They were looking for two things: liberty and the opportunity to succeed. Some 250 years later, when our founding fathers wrote the Constitution of the United States, beginning with the three most powerful words in any government document, we the people. They put in there the American dream. Two of the three unalienable rights, which are given to us by our Creator, are liberty and the pursuit of happiness. The pursuit of happiness being the opportunity to succeed. My son came up to me and said, Dad, I don't have the opportunities you have. We have to turn this around. You look at what this administration with Capps' support has done over the past 6 years, and everywhere you look, you see a problem. We have chronic unemployment, a dismantled military. We have the dollar being weakened. Obamacare is a wet blanket, stopping growth. All right, that's what I got. Everywhere you look, we have a problem. The good news is the solutions are simple if we just get the people in office who would do the solutions. Obviously, Lois Capps is not one of those, because she's been voting for the very things that got us into this mess. All of those problems are simple. What this election is really about, in the past 6 years, and certainly the next 6 years will be about, is, are we going to be a country which is a constitutional republic? Our founding fathers, the only time in human history did a group of people sit down and design their own government. And they were very specific in the Constitution. They showed very clearly what powers the government would have, and everything else came to the states and the people. Then they wrote the Bill of Rights to protect themselves with the very government they just created. So we're having votes now, elections, electing people. Are we going to have that type of government? Or are we going to have the Obama Capps type of government? Where a huge, giant monolith government is oppressive, it has an IRS that's oppressing people, we have a security administration that's spying on the people. And this government tells us what liberties we can and cannot have, and I refuse to accept that. In this campaign, I want your support. I have envelopes here. You can sign up to do things. If you have a bridge club or a book club, let me come and talk to them. Let me get them come out and reach people. They need money. We need money to get the message out there. In this campaign, this is your country. This is your district. I want it to be our campaign. Thank you very much, and God bless America. Yes, oh yeah, actually I was talking with Brooks Firestone about this. Back in '98, Lois won the special election after her husband passed away. She took money from a limited terms organization, as did Brooks, pledging Tony to run for 2 more terms. When she ran for a 3rd term, she said, having taken the money and signed the pledge, she said, my constituents need me. Of course, by then she had a 21% registration advantage, so she couldn't lose. Today that advantage is about 3%, so we're going to take her down.
Yeah, right.
Thank you, Chris. Kevin, we have Cacho is